Are there any immediate red flags that would make y'all cut someone off fast? That's what we're talking about today on Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast. Now, before we get into that, I just want to say hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Let's check in on the comments. Like, I really try to make sure that I answer everybody that writes in the comments. I'm trying to make sure that I'm covering all different types of topics. Not even trying. I'm doing. I'm doing it like actively, and I love that for us. I love the community that I'm building. I have someone, I don't know her name, but she's alumni of FAMU, and she's in the comments saying, "Hey, I'm here. Keep going. I love it." And I just want to say shout out to you. Thank you. I appreciate that because that's somebody that I do not know, but they say, "Hey girl, I'm watching you. I got you." When I'm on my phone and I'm listening, I'm going to say, hey, and I love that. So any type of engagement in the comments is absolutely loved, appreciated, wanted, and needed. So yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to FAMU. Now let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Are there any immediate red flags that would make you cut someone off fast? And messiness is number one. I do not like someone being messy about other people in the group, in the friend group. You can't, let's talk about it. So recently, I had someone try to join the friend group, and when we finally exchanged numbers, they got to talking about somebody in a group, and I'm like, well, I validated a few things, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I did hear that, or they did tell me that, but I didn't really. I'm sitting here like, damn, why is this the topic of discussion? But okay, whatever. You gotta see sometimes where people are going with it to know if you want to be there or motherfucking not. And so you let people do them. You let people do them. You let motherfuckers do them so you can see who they really are and expose themselves for what they are, the type of person that they are. So they say whatever. We get off the phone like a day later. The person who we were talking about calls me and was like, "Yeah, we need to talk." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's chit and chat." So I chit and chat with this person face to face. I love a good face to face, but she did say, "Hey, can you stop by and we talk?" Absolutely, because something's wrong. So they say, "Hey, I was talking to middle person, and they were like, yeah, you said blah 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 blah." I said, whoa. They absolutely brought that up to me, and I'm going to tell you how you would know that they were talking to me about this particular situation. Now, the person who asked me what was going on I found out some information about them that I never knew. And I said, this is what was said. And I said it. And it was like nobody else would know that if it wasn't somebody else bringing up X, Y, and Z. So I said, this is what we're going to do moving forward. Okay. All conversation with that person will be via text only. Nothing will be on the phone. Nothing will be on FaceTime. Period. Because you're not going to misconstrue my words with someone that I have built a friendship with. You are a mutual to you on the, I don't ever have to talk or see to you again. You not my folks, you her folks. And you want to know what's so crazy about all of this? It's the messiness of it. Like, I feel like when people come and do shit like that, you're jealous of what I have going with the person that you love or with the person that you're close to, and you're trying to draw a wedge in whatever the fuck we have going on. And you can't do that here. You can't do that here because I'm fucking smarter than you. I can clearly see that you don't like certain things. And because you don't like those certain things, this is what you're trying to do. This is not the first time a broad has tried to wedge herself between me and somebody else where we have a decent relationship. And this relationship is better than decent. But even in work situations, when people try to do stuff like that, we're cool. We have a flow. You trying to fuck up the flow because you can't get with the flow. You can't get with the program, so you trying to fuck it up. And it's not even about being sneaky and not doing things that you're supposed to do and moving a particular way. It's that you just so weird and awkward that you trying to just mess shit up because shit's so sweet over here. Baby, you can't do that with me. And I love the fact that I've built bonds and relationships with people that'll say, baby, let me sit down and talk to you. Let's talk about X, Y, and Z. Bet. Let's do it. Let's chat. I'm not gonna sit here and say in 42 years, and I know it's less than that, but I'm not gonna sit here and say in 42 years, I ain't never fuck up a friendship. But that's a part of learning. That's a part of growth. That's a part of becoming a woman and maturing and healing from whatever the fuck. So I've gotten to a place where I can immediately see the red flag. I'm reading this so we can go bar for bar, right? That will make me cut somebody off. Now, somebody absolutely can feel. We talk about energy and transferring of energy all the time on the podcast, but somebody can absolutely feel when you pull back. Somebody can absolutely feel when you pull back. And then what? You not acknowledging something, you moving different, you whatever. Boom, you showed your hand. You showed with me what I thought the entire time. Again, I'm not free and clear of being a fucking red flag. I can probably go back and think about some shit that I've done and old friendships and old relationships that was fucking cringy and red flaggy worth. However, in this state that I'm in now, I'm trying my best to be a great friend that I am. I find it so funny how people think that they can weasel in. I find it so funny how people try to use me being in a coma against me. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. You didn't, bitch, because I take notes. Maybe when I die, I should have somebody read all of the notes that I have in my phone. How about that, bitches? And bitches is universal on this channel. Y'all know that. How about fucking that? Don't be a weirdo to me. All right. So, okay, let's get back to it. Are there any immediate red flags that would make you cut someone off fast? Again, Maryland case search, we're checking that. You know, you can't be any registered offender. You can't have no wild ass charges and stuff like that, right? So we're absolutely checking back, doing background searches and checks on people that are around me for that want to be around me for any extended period of time. Immediate red flags, that you want to cut somebody off when certain topics come up. The worst one. Immediate red flag, Grand Rising, Elevated Awakenings, Hey Queen. What's the other one? Red flags. Females. You call women female. Well, y'all are females. And what separates us is that we are human and we have brains and we can think. So thus we are women. Female, is anything, could be a female caterpillar, a female chicken, a female this. Woman describes me as a human that you see as an equal. Words mean things, and people be trying to say stuff and describe, child. The only time that really should be used and not be taken offended by is when they do castings for acting, whatever, right? Male, female specifically, because then they do say the other pronouns in those castings if it's needed. But I will say this. Let me know in the comments what you would cut somebody off for as an immediate red flag.